Hey, what's up, friends? Here's a new thought of the day number 23. So, CrossFit athlete got in touch with me recently and asked me what is best. Should I get a BikeErg or should I get a home trainer bike combo for the house? So, it's a good question. First of all, I think it's great that people are starting to, athletes are starting to invest a little bit more into their training, and definitely having something like a bike that you can use at home on the days maybe where you don't want to go to the gym, or you don't want to go to the gym twice, so you can train on the bike in the morning and then only go to the gym once in the afternoon. Those type of options I think are really great options to add volume to your training, add a little bit of that consistent endurance training on the bike. And obviously some higher intensity intervals when it's warranted and needed. But I think it's great that we're kind of moving towards that. When it comes to picking between the BikeErg and the home trainer plus bike, I'm pretty bullish on the BikeErg. That being said, if you have the choice between the two, I would probably recommend that you go with a home trainer plus a bike. The simple reason being is that when it's sunny outside, you probably want to go for a ride. And as long as you can moderate your intensity, as long as you can control your intensity depending on the type of session that you're doing. So if you're doing an easy session and you go outside, don't get kind of pulled into, oh, there's a hill, so I'm going to push, those kind of things. So as long as you can control yourself when it comes to intensity, I think having a bike and being able to go outside and enjoy the sun and enjoy the nice long rides in the summer, or in the parts of the year where it allows you to do so, I think that is really nice. And I also think that for a CrossFit athlete, those longer rides that you very commonly see in cycling circles, in triathlon circles, I think those longer efforts, once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, or even once a month if it's not your thing, I think they're going to be a huge value added to training in general, because the more we move forward and the more I just view CrossFit as an endurance sport, just interspersed with those blocks of intensity in the I guess in the form of a WOD. Simply, when you go to a competition, you're doing 3 to 4 essentially tests per day for 2, 3, 4 or more days. And so it's clear that it's definitely an endurance sport, and that if you're deficient in that area, you're not going to be able to tolerate enough volume to train properly. You're not going to be able to assimilate that training properly. You're not going to be able to simply recover from all that training that you need to put in. So I think the more endurant you are, the better you'll be. Not necessarily because the competitions needs or require that level of endurance, but I think the training does. I think if you can tolerate more volume, you will be able to then perform better at your sport. That is true across the board, from Olympic weightlifting all the way to biathlon, going through cycling and triathlon and all those other sports, even power sports. Best results on the platform are usually highly correlated to tonnage, how much you lifted that year, and even more importantly, how much you lifted in the 5 or 10 previous years. So it's clear to me that accumulating quality volume of training is one of the best ways to get better. And in that sense, again, going back to our whole BikeErg versus home trainer discussion, let's get a bike, let's go ride outside, let's take a nice long ride, nice easy ride on the weekend, add a few hours of volume to our week, add that fatigue resistance, that durability, as Steven Seiler would call it. I think that would be a value add for a lot of people. So here you go. That's my take. I love the BikeErg, but definitely get a bike plus home trainer combo if you're going to be training seriously and adding hours to your week. I just reminding you that I am writing a complete guide on the BikeErg itself that will be available on my blog soon, I hope. And on that, if you have any questions on the BikeErg, or if you had questions on the BikeErg before you started using it, I'd be happy to hear them in the comments below so that I can include all of those points in the guide. The goal is to have a resource that everybody can access openly and get the most out of this training tool. It's everywhere in CrossFit gyms now. It's getting popular in non-CrossFit gyms as well. I think it's a fantastic tool, a training tool, and I think more people should understand how it works so that they can get the most out of it. So leave me a comment below. I hope you've enjoyed that little thought of the day. I look forward to chatting with you again in a couple days. Until then, have a great one. Take care of yourself, and see you in the next video.